I got chainsaw happy that happened. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know about you, but that looks like a mighty fine bale of silage for me. Good morning and welcome back along to another episode of The Forgotten Farm. I'm Jeff and we are baling, people. We're in the main, the back paddock really, the cattle shed stuff there. We finished 2 on the hill. It didn't take too long at all. Got a surprising number of bales on those 2 actually. Really much more than I ever thought we would. And yeah, we're in the class baler. Pulled by the Ford 7840 and we are flying along here, doing really well. Very impressed with how the bale is handling it all, no problems at all there. This field's got a good little bit of grass on that actually, all being said. So it's going to be nice to get this all done, and then we obviously have to go down to the, there's a field which is yet to be finished mowed. Yeah, actually Peter's down there now, and we've got the big pasture field to do down there as well. So we're going to actually get a decent level of second cut off here, the first cut even. I'm not even at the stage of second cut yet. But yeah, so that's all good news, and then as soon as this is done, we have a wrapper required. I need to go and pick it up, and then we need to get these wrapped up and then stacked up as quickly as we can. So, lots to think about, lots for us to get cracking with today, but yeah, first thing is first, we'll get this all baled up, and we can really progress. I'm thinking we could get a steady 20 to 30 bales off this little paddock here, which is always nice. We're only on our second headland round now, as you can see, but it is coming together very nicely indeed. And then once we get through this bit, we'll crack on with the ups and downs, and it really won't take too long to finish up afterward. The clutch has been a little bit sticky on this Ford, but that's not the end of the world. Now we do have a few interesting things coming up in the next few days. We've got a very exciting little trip out to take. As soon as we get this silage all wrapped up, we've got a nice little trip to go and take, so we'll be interested to see where that leads. I'll tell you more about that as and when I can, of course. But yeah, it's looking good for us right now. I've yet to find any row crops for this Ford that I'm going to need to put the sprayer onto. There might be a bit of a development coming up with our fleet as a whole. But yeah, at the moment now, we're just unable to find any row crops. I'd like to make this a designated kind of spray tractor when required. But, yeah, that's something that we're going to be looking into for sure. But as you can see here, look at the thickness of this grass. It's a real good level of good quantity of swath. This didn't have anything sprayed onto it either, any pesticides or any fertilizer for that matter on here. So it is all just kind of a natural growth. And yeah, it's rigged up quite nicely actually in the end. Got the rake kind of sorted out a little bit, so it was being a little bit more accurate when it was. If you remember from the last episode, there, it just was some of the rakes on the road there weren't quite working as I'd expect them to, so we were kind of missing bits on the floor in places. But that should be resolved now, which is fantastic news. So I hope you're all doing very well today. Thank you ever so much for everyone who has left comments and feedback on this series so far. I'm glad you are enjoying it. If you do have any further questions or any kind of comments you'd like answering, then do drop them down below and I will endeavour to answer them as quickly as possible. But yeah, we're just kind of cracking along here and doing what we can. Yeah, all being well, the way we're progressing really, it shouldn't be too long until we're able to get everything up and working and get this farm back to where it once was. I'm very much looking forward to seeing what we can do on the cattle front of things. We're not quite in the position yet where we can acquire some, but we're really not that far away. It's looking really positive on that side of things. We are trying, I think I touched on this in the last episode there, we're looking into kind of, well I'm looking into trying to develop a business, a contract business, to give us a little bit of an additional revenue there really, to see what can come of it. So there's still a lot to look into as far as that's concerned. There's a few farmers in the area who are looking for some help on things like that, but at the moment now we're still trying to assess what we could do in terms of the equipment we have, the capital we have, things like that. Yeah, we'll get there. In the meantime though, I'm just going to keep rumbling around this field. We'll see how much more we get done, and yeah, we'll just keep cracking on with the baler. Alright folks, welcome back along. We're getting through this nice and quickly now. It's just a little bit left. I am having to weave through the swaths in places just to make a nice even bale. If the swath's a little bit too narrow in places and you stay in the same place, it gives a very lopsided round bale, which is never ideal. So we'll just drop that one out there. Put that last little bit up. But yeah, ultimately we're coming through this quite nicely. As you can see, there's a fair few bales around here. So we'll get these. There's a wrapper down at the store that we've actually purchased. I was able to find one for about £8,000, which was way less than I was ever anticipating spending. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this all finished up here, and then we'll unhook the baler, and we'll take this down and go and get that picked up pretty quickly. We're not going to bale the ground that Peter's mowing down south today, because that's a lot thicker field there. The grass is a lot heavier, and it's got a lot more moisture to it. So we're going to let that dry out in the sun for today and tomorrow. And likely, if we can, we'll go back into it tomorrow night and get it all picked up there. But we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, that'll give us time at least to get this all baled up here, which is what we always want to do. And then we can move on to the next one. So that's the plan, and we'll get these hopefully baled up and maybe stacked up tomorrow. We'll see what's it look like that from there. But yeah, making some great progress nonetheless. I imagine we'll probably stack those bales we make down in the south down there. Actually, we'll just leave them in the corner of the field by that old barn. We can always come back and get those at a later time, I would imagine. But yeah, it just saves us lugging them all around at the moment there, because we have got other things we want to get on with. That's for sure. But yeah, we'll keep knocking out these bales. We've got our 3 or 4 swaths left to run at, and then we'll go down and we'll run up and get a wrapper. How is it even possible to get so dirty in one field? Oh yeah, I forgot to mention as well, I got chainsaw happy. That happened. But still, it's going to be good. There's going to be something that might be coming into there that will be quite interesting if we can make it work. So watch this space on that front. Little changes afoot. We're on the way down to the store now, where we'll pick up the bale wrapper, have a quick look at it and everything, and then we'll get ourselves into the field. This is a trip, I believe, that you've made with me a few times. So by the magic of modern technology and video editing, I will see you in the field in 3, 2, 1. There we go, that's better. We are ready to roll. We have our Ursus Z586 bale wrapper. This can be used as a trail behind bale wrapper, so you could pull it in theory behind a round baler. Now our baler isn't set up for anything like that, so we're just going to do it straight behind. As you can see, we just need to offset it. It's in good condition actually. I don't know why it was quite so cheap, but it is. So we're going to take it. And yeah, it looks the part really on this New Holland, on this Ford, beg your pardon. It looks very good. So we're going to jump straight into it. We need to get there's 3 fields we need to get cracking with, so we won't delay any further. Just unfold that on the hydraulics, and away we go. Nice and quick rapid speed there as well, I do believe, once we get it set away, which we just have to pull the second lever. There it goes. I do quite like bale wrapping, it's very satisfying. Just need to get myself into a gear that's comfortable to cruise along with. Excellent, bale number 1 is down, so we're going to continue on here. We've probably got a good 2 hours of work ahead of us, I would say, the minimum. Just to get this field, the 2 fields on the hillside done, maybe a little bit less, but we'll just keep trundling through this and see what we can get done as well. And then once the urgency isn't quite there as much to get them into the field, but still, or into the stack, but it'll still be quite nice thing to do. And we'll just kind of say that it's done. Really. Yeah, we will continue through with this one as well, and then yeah, like I say, we're making some lovely old progress here. Alrighty folks, I think that's kind of me halfway through the field, I would say. This is the end of the second headland at least, and now we've just got maybe a dozen more to do. We're going to let that one run. I've just had to go and Well, we'll have a look, shall we? Actually, we'll leave that to finish up there. Be good. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. We'll, yeah, I'll have a look and show you what we've done. We just received a lorry load of hardcore, like aggregate gravel, really, which is going into... The timing couldn't be worse, really. It's going into the bale stack yard, and we need to get this spread, obviously, before we can look into putting the bales down. So what we're going to have to do is finish wrapping these up, and before we shift them, just jump into the case, put the bucket onto the front of the case there, and see what we can do with this, really, just in terms of getting the... This is a pile of hardcore just being dropped off. It might not be enough. We do have another one coming, but we're going to have to get this one spread around pretty quickly anyway and try and level this all out a bit just to make it a bit more manageable. So that's exactly what we'll do. But yeah, we've got some hardcore now, I suppose, people. So that's good news. It allows us to have a little bit more stability in there and shore everything up. And those kind of amendments are relatively cheap to make, actually, so that's always quite good. I'm wondering if at some point we maybe use this little bit here as a bit of a stack yard as well if we need to. That might be a good idea. Anyway, I'm going to jump back into the Ford. We're going to continue and get this all rattled out here, but we will leave it here now, so thank you ever so much for watching. I do hope you have enjoyed. If you have, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Simulation for the Nation, who very kindly agrees to host this, and we will see you in the next one. So until then, do stay safe, enjoy what you're doing as always, but most importantly, happy farming.